UFC 249 has just wrapped up. Here is your full mount MMA recap. During tonight's fights, George St. Pierre was inducted into the Hall of Fame. To kick off the prelims, Vicente Luque defeated Nico Price via third-round TKO by doctor stoppage. The doctor had to call off the fight due to the cuts around Nico Price's eye. Mike Perry reacted saying, "Damn savages." Israel Adesanya said this is some dark web fight to the death type shit. Derek Lewis says he's okay. Chris Weidman says, "Wow, what a fight by both guys. Nico with so much heart." Kevin Lee tweeted a bunch of fire emojis. And Stephen Wonderboy Thompson says, "Oh man, what a fight. Congrats Vicente Luque." Carla Esparza defeated Michelle Waterson via split decision. Esparza is now on a 3-fight winning streak. Stephen Thompson reacted with a bunch of thinking faces. Angela Hill says LOL at the judges. Should be more draw rounds, especially when the fighters spend most of the fight 10 feet away from each other. And Deron Wynn said judging clearly hasn't improved since coronavirus. Alexei Olenek defeated Fabricio Verdum via split decision. This was Verdum's first fight back in the UFC since his KO loss to Alexander Volkov in 2018. Anthony Pettis defeated Donald Cerrone via unanimous decision. Chris Weidman reacted saying, would have felt better with the split decision, but great fight. Ben Askren says, "Ha to all you dumbasses calling me biased. Pettis wins, baby." Frankie Edgar tweeted, "Great fight." And Rafael Dos Anjos says, "How about RDA versus Pettis too?"
He's a legend, bro. We're friends, man. Yeah. And we played it on line. You know, he hit me, I hit him. That's what it's all about.
To kick off the main card, Greg Hardy defeated Yorgan De Castro via unanimous decision. Hardy is now 6-2 in his pro MMA career.
Thank God for not having the crowd. Shout out to DC. I heard him tell me to check. I need to figure out how to check it. So I started trying to check him, and game changer.
Curtis Blades reacted saying Hardy is wishing he worked more on his southpaw right now. #ouch. Dylan Dennis says Greg Hardy about to pull a timeout for an inhaler again. And Aljamain Sterling says get the inhaler. Calvin Kattar defeated Jeremy Stephens via TKO in the second round.
Stephens nearly out! Kattar trying to finish the fight! Calvin Kattar landed a Boston bomb tonight!
Oh my goodness, wow. You split him open!
Uriah Faber reacted saying those bows. Ouch. Aljamain Sterling says these athletes are throwing down tonight. Paul Felder says elbows save lives. And Curtis Blades says Kattar deserves a bonus. Vicious elbow. Francis Ngannou defeated Jairzinho Rozenstruik via KO just 20 seconds into the first round.
It's over.
Rozenstruik is out!
Whoa.
Ngannou!
Out bad! Out cold. Holy smokes!
Junior Dos Santos reacted saying, "Man, this guy is lucky because he has a lot of power because that's it." Crazy. Dylan Dennis says, "Just gotta pull guard against Francis, I'll show the world." Anthony Smith says, "Holy shit, turns out it was batshit crazy." And Kamaru Usman says he's got a bazooka and most people have a gun. Sheesh. Congrats, my brother. Henry Cejudo defeated Dominic Cruz via TKO in the second round.
Big knee from Cejudo!
He hurt Dom. He hurt
Cruz in a world of trouble here!
Oh, he's hurt
Gotta fight back, that is it! And still, Henry Cejudo retains in defense number 1.
After the fight, Henry announced his retirement from MMA.
Since I was 11 years old, I sacrificed my whole life to get where I'm at today. I'm not gonna let nobody take that from me, so I'm retiring tonight, Joe.
Khabib Nurmagomedov reacted saying, "Legendary. Henry Cejudo, my congratulations. You are the beast." John Jones says somebody's looking for that new contract. No way he's retiring. Aljamain Sterling says, "I can't tell if he's serious with that speech," saying he's retiring. Kamaru Usman says, "How can you not love that man and what he's done? Congratulations, Henry Cejudo. What a career." Anthony Smith says, "Why don't I believe Henry?" And Derek Brunson says, "Hell no. We want more of Henry Cejudo. Entertaining and a great competitor." And for the main event, Justin Gaethje defeated Tony Ferguson via TKO in the 5th round.
That's it! Justin Gaethje stops Tony Ferguson in round 5! He's the UFC's interim lightweight champion!
Khabib Nurmagomedov first reacted saying no comment. He followed up with Justin Gaethje, "It was so impressive. Congratulations. Very smart fight." John Jones tweeted, "Damn, beat that man like he broke into the wrong house." Dustin Poirier before the fight tweeted Gaethje is gonna do it. After the fight he tweeted, "I told everyone this was going to happen a month ago. They called me a hater." Kamaru Usman says, "Wow, what a performance by my man Justin Gaethje." Tony Ferguson, "You are a bona fide warrior." And Francis Ngannou tweeted, "Tony Ferguson is tough as shit, man. Nothing but respect." The fight between Jacare Souza and Uriah Hall was canceled due to Jacare testing positive for COVID-19. Uriah Hall reacted on Instagram saying, "Devastation would be an understatement of how I feel. As crazy as these times are, we can't forget that our health is much more important. I'm thankful that this was caught before it happened. To be honest, I was prepared to die. That's how hard I have trained. Locking myself into a gym, complete isolation, mastering myself and my demons. I broke the news to my mother and the first thing she said was, 'Your disappointment is God's appointment.' And I didn't know what God was protecting me from. And she's happy that she didn't have to read about losing her her son. It's so easy to get lost on what we want, forgetting to see what we already have that can't be replaced: life. I hope my opponent and his family recovers from this. I can't imagine what they are going through. The show goes on. Good luck to the rest of the fighters. Khabib Nurmagomedov's coach Javier Mendez says that he still thinks Conor McGregor is the most dangerous threat to Khabib. Javier says that he still fears Conor. Speaking to Luke Thomas, he went on to say wrestling-wise, Ferguson and Gaethje cancel each other out when it comes to going with Khabib. They both have Division I wrestling. Striking, they're different in striking. We worry about elbows with Tony. He has got great elbows and submissions that are tricky, whereas Justin has none. But Justin is great with leg kicking. Great leg kicker, is going to be in your face, and he throws decent power. Then he's going to knock you out. He has the intention of knocking you out. They both possess different strengths. That's what I have to say about that. I don't think one's really, in my opinion, that much more dangerous for Khabib than the other, but they're both dangerous. They both possess different strengths. The only thing about Tony, in my opinion, you can't break him. He won't break. He will not break. So you're going to be in there 5 rounds with this guy, and if you can't make it 5 rounds, you're going to be in trouble. No, I'm sorry. I think it's still Conor, even though people may disagree with me, but I just know how good Conor is. Conor is the toughest fight to date. Tony's got way better cardio, but Conor was dangerous. Anytime you let Conor unleash any kind of striking, he could put you out. And that's why he was so dangerous to me. You let Conor get in his groove, he would have done some amazing damage if we would have allowed him to. But of course that wasn't going to happen. But I still fear him, I really do. Not that I don't fear them other guys, but I still fear him. I still think he's definitely on the level who can do what I think. He's one of those guys that I would do more homework on. Henry Cejudo, in an interview with MMA Junkie, speaks on if he would fight TJ Dillashaw again. Henry says that he feels dirty just talking about TJ, let alone fighting him.
Is that a fight that you want to revisit just to cement your legacy, because you never got a chance to fight him at bantamweight, or does the suspension change your attitude about pursuing that fight?
People will never know until you're cheated on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an honor to fight somebody in the octagon. Like, I don't know. I feel I almost feel embarrassed. Like, I feel dirty even talking about TJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's anything in my heart that I even want to fight that dude. Like, I really don't. You shake hands with somebody and you guys go out to compete. Next you know it, he's on some shit. Like EPOs where you can't get tired. The same thing that Lance Armstrong was on. I don't even think I ever want to fight that dude like ever again. And I truly mean that. He's got to get his mind right. He's got to be fair. He's got to go through the line. Who knows how long he's been doing this for? Unfortunate, but that's just my honest to God. That's just like what I feel like deep inside with Triple C. It was deep inside.
Earlier this week, we interviewed Chris Cyborg. Cyborg reacts to the UFC putting on events during a pandemic and also speaks on becoming a Grand Slam champion. Grand Slam champion meaning that she held titles in the UFC, Bellator, Strikeforce, and Invicta.
I feel very blessed I don't have to fight this time. I can be home and with my family, but it's hard because it's very difficult for make your full camp right. Have all your partners training together and everybody together to train. And you put in danger your family too, because you train, you sway, and you go back home. And, then take a risk. And I don't know. I'm glad I don't have this problem for now.
Like, are you the Grand Slam champ?
Yeah.
How does it feel to add all that to your resume?
I always, the beginning of my career, I was trained really hard and very disciplined. Doesn't matter, I was champion. I have to learn, every day go to the gym to learn, improve, get improved. And for me, it's nice because it's something I put every day to work and accomplish it for the most important titles in MMA. And I'm very thankful all my fans support me, all my coaches doing with me all my career.
And Michael Bisping on the Believe You Me podcast speaks on Stephen A. Smith commentating for MMA. Bisping says that Stephen A. is one of the most popular sports broadcasters, so him covering the UFC will elevate the sport even more.
But I think it's a good thing. Stephen A. Smith is one of the biggest names in sports broadcasting. He's the man. He's the top of the food chain guy. And for him to be discussing the UFC on ESPN, on SportsCenter, all these types of shows, it's going to elevate the sport even more, and it's going to try and get more people involved, interested, and make lifelong fans of mixed martial arts, because it's the greatest sport on the country, on the planet.
That's gonna wrap it up for the news. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like down below and subscribe to Full Mount MMA on YouTube. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one says, Dominic has a great way of making his opponents look stupid before fights. The second one says, Tony's baby, dad.
Hold on, I'm talking, brother.
And the final one says, Tony Ferguson is the type of guy who arrives late in a 4D movie theater and tells the audience, take your glasses off. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next video, be sure to drop a comment down below on this one.